Okay, so here's a little impromptu video here. My phone's dead, so I'm running off this extension cord here, so my apologies for that. But we got the 2002 Kyosho Mad Force. This was like a roller, no electronics, no motor. When it was new, it's from 2002. Let's get this top off of here. Let's give you a look around the body. It's not perfect, but pretty good shape overall. So, this is like a total custom build from back in the day. Got the TSAIS pipe. I'm not sure how you say that, but TSAIS. With that little extra pipe coming off, it's pretty cool. Now I added on this piece on the back. That's the stock pipe off of my Red Cat Rampage, but I upgraded to a DDM pipe, Stinger pipe. So I didn't want the oil and stuff spraying on the tires and the chassis, so I put that pipe on there off the Red Cat. That worked out pretty good. It's perfect size. So got a ladder style frame here. IMEX. I'm sorry, not IMEX. It's a New Era. It's got the front bumpers too. Front bumpers in aluminum. It's all New Era components, bought off the internet. Internet was pretty young back then. All the chrome in that. I mean, the aluminum's nice. I polished it all up. He's been sitting since 06. He ain't been run since 06, so. Motor we got in there is a LAMBERTO COLLARI. The .30 monster truck racing engine. So I was going to wait till tomorrow to make this video when it was sunny out, because we've been fighting. There's been rain all day on and off. But last night I was fabbing up that ROTOSTART, and I had to grind it down pretty low on the plastic of the ROTOSTART because the muffler and the pipe is so big it was touching and would have melted it for sure. And because this has a proprietary one-way bearing. The one-way bearing is in the motor. It's not on the back of the back plate like a lot of them are. So you've got like a round dowel that comes out through the back plate with a hex on it. And I couldn't find nothing, at least now, available online. There used to be online. You could get ROTOSTART assemblies for this. It was like a bevel gear, 90-degree offset bevel gear ROTOSTART. Well, I got two of these universal ones, and I had to double up on the back plate, you can see there, because I needed more space. Because the way the shaft sticks out of the back of this, it sticks out about an extra 6 millimeters. So, yeah, this one's kind of odd. Like I said, the one-way bearing is in the motor. It's in the crankcase there. So, but I got all that to work. Got it all shimmed. It's on there tight. You probably really can't see, but I really had to bevel it down low for that exhaust pipe to not hit. And I can just use a regular Savage ROTOSTART with it. So I tore this thing all apart over winter, polished everything up. It was really dusty from sitting. And I put new exhaust gasket on. Made sure everything was in, as far as I could tell, working order. I took the diffs apart and checked them. The gears and everything seemed real good in there, front and back. So yeah, the New Era ladder frame. Got the front and back rear bumper on there. Got some Traxxas wheelie bar wheels on there, put on. These shocks are actually off a generation newer of the Mad Force. These are not the original shocks either. And the tires, these are original USA 1 tires, I believe from 1986. Tires and wheels. Still Kyosho, but these are not the original tires. So radio box, everything was in pretty good shape. Transmission seemed to be in good shape. This is chain driven. So I cleaned up the chain, oiled it a little bit. Don't want to oil it too much. Otherwise it'll sling all over the place. It's got a Futaba from back in the day, probably around a 02, same as the truck, 02 Futaba steering, and a throttle servo on there. Now one of the problems I was having with this that I noticed is the brake lever here was not returning good. It was actually getting stuck. This brake lever was getting stuck on that little piece of fuel line there, which acts as a damper. So I put a flat washer on there, and I put a new rubber tip, and then I took this spring out of an ink pen and fabbed it on there, just so that when you let off the throttle and then you try to go again, this wouldn't be sticking inside that plastic fuel tubing, holding it up. So now you got a nice little return. It's not much pressure. It's not going to be any kind of a pressure to worry about hurting the servo or nothing like that. Yeah, the .30 motor, Lamberto Collari. We're going to see, it seems to turn over good. I took the head off it back in the winter time. Everything inside looked great. Nothing was gunked up or anything. Crankshaft wasn't rusty. Washed out the gas tank good. The gas tank was pretty clean too, though, to be honest with you. So I was going to give this thing a start because I couldn't wait till tomorrow. I was so excited. I put a receiver in it today. I got it running off the Traxxas TQI, so I put a brand new receiver in there. I didn't want to trust the AM stock stuff. So I'm running it with this remote here. And that way I already set my throttle servo endpoint, brake point, steering servo endpoints. That way we don't have to worry about burning up an original servo. So, I don't know. We'll give it a start. You guys are here with me for the first time. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. We don't want no wiring smoking. And we don't want the engine going kaplunk if it starts up, making any funny noises. I'm going to look online still, like I was saying, and I'm going to try to see if I can still locate a vintage ROTOSTART setup that's actually made for this truck. But this will get me by for the meantime. So, let's go ahead and see what's happening here. I'll put you guys in the phone holder. Let me go ahead and turn you a little bit here. There we go. Okay. So, I'm a little nervous about this. Always nervous when one's been sitting a long time. Don't know how it's going to start. Hopefully it starts. I'm not using the original. I mean, I am using the original glow plug. I'm just going to put about half in maybe or so. We could top it off more if I want to let it run more if it starts. But the original glow plug was looking good still, so I didn't change it. I probably got about 10 or 12 extra glow plugs on hand if we need it. But I tested it and it seemed like it was working good. Now I am going to order a new one-way bearing because I can tell that the one-way bearing was slipping a little bit. They're about, they're about 47 bucks for the bearing. It's kind of an oddball because it goes inside the engine, not on the back plate. But I might even get 2 of them just to have them on hand because, you know, they're only going to get more scarce. I don't think these engines have been made in decades. So, we don't want to not be able to run it because of a one-way bearing not working. So I'm going to get a couple spares actually. Let's get some juice hooked up in it. I'm just going to put this on first. I'm not going to power it up yet. There we go. I don't want this getting tangled up in the tires or anything if it runs, so I'm just going to have this like coming out the back. Okay. I'm going to prime it up, I guess, real first before I turn the electronics on. That's not going to hurt nothing. We won't get a runaway if it ain't on the ground anyway. Okay, that fuel line's pretty short. I can see it go through there. There might be a bubble or two in there, but it should be alright. I'm going to keep the screwdriver handy just in case I got to adjust. Now here's something funny about these. The motors, these first generation motors, when they were new, they were shipped out with the wrong needle screw for the high speed adjustment. It's supposed to have the silver screw, and the first batch I got shipped out have the black high needle screw, which is about 2 millimeters or so too much longer than the correct one supposed to be in there. Now the taper and everything on the seat on the end of the needle is the same, but physically the overall length of the needle is about 2 or 3 millimeters longer. So if you notice that high speed needle looks like it's sticking up out of there way too much, that is right, because it's supposed to be 8 turns out from bottom to out, and that's where it's at. So a lot of guys will see that and then turn it in thinking that, oh, this needle's out way too far, but then you're going to be running really lean. And on the old vintage motors, especially one like this is a very rare race monster truck motor. You don't want to run lean. If anything, you always want to go toward the richer side so you get plenty of lubrication. So the needle is pretty much set from when I used to run it all them years ago. Like I said, about 20 years ago. So I might have to fiddle with it a little bit, but everything should be okay. Let's get some power going here. Like I said, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not usually too nervous, but this one's got a motor that I think you can still find them. They're probably about $500-600 now. So really don't want to have the engine get hurt at all. Okay. Oh, and I did put a servo saver on it also for the steering. Just to let you know, I used to bash with this a lot back in the day, and believe it or not, we never ran servo savers back then. But now I'm older and wiser, so in case I hit a tree stump when I'm driving it or hit a curb, who knows what, dirt mound kind of hard, we don't want to break anything on the steering. The steering on the Kyosho is kind of delicate. It's very thin metal rods that control the actuation of it. So yeah, I got a hot racing steering servo on there. That's kind of an upgrade too. That's just for safety so we don't hurt anything. So I'm going to power this up on the hot ignition glow plug igniter here. And let's see what happens. If it does start up, I'm going to probably let it run for at least a good 10 minutes or so. I might try to drive it around, but the grass is a little long. Like I said, I was planning on making a video tomorrow. I was going to take it over to the park and try it in the parking lot first before I did anything, but I'm just too excited after getting this ROTOSTART and that receiver put in there. I was working on it, finishing up today. Okay, here goes nothing. Like I said, the one-way bearing, I did notice it's slipping a little bit, so it might tend to spin some, but we'll see. Well, it's grabbing pretty good, seems like. Yeah, that's good. It's not slipping. That's very good. I got power here, right? Yeah. Make sure I got power on here. Good. Who knows? Might need a glow plug, but it was showing good when I took it out and checked it. Well, not starting too easy, is it? That's okay. Been sitting around for 20 years on the shelf there. Let's see. Double check my connections in here. Make sure I got them kind of good and tight. Sometimes you got to fiddle with them. They might not start right away when they've been sitting a long time. I always run them out of gas when I used to put them away, so hopefully there's no gunk or nothing in the carburetor. Let's see. If we should try prime it a hair more. Hold on. Let's see if I can see real good in there. Yeah. Try to prime it up a hair. We'll prime it up a hair more. You don't want to over prime it on this big engine like this, because boy, it'll jam up on you. It'll jam up real quick. Okay. We'll try that. I don't want to do too much. You know what? I think we're gonna check this glow plug. See what's going on. And if it seems fine, we'll keep going at it a little bit more. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. I like using this old this OS igniter. Runs on a AA battery. It still works, but I don't use it for starting anymore. But it works good to hold that glow plug. That way it's not falling in there. You don't have to use no needle nose to get it out. Okay, let's see how this is working. If not, I'm going to put a new glow plug in there. Well, it is showing. It's got some red. Oh. It's got some red, but look at that, yeah. You know what? I'm going to put a new one in. It seemed like it was glowing a lot better than that when I had checked it before. But, you know, to be honest with you, that was 4 months ago when I checked it. I've been waiting all this time to get around to get that ROTOSTART on there and get a receiver in there. I'll be back in a second. I got to grab a glow plug. Thought I had one in my pack there. Okay, see, when you've been running nitros a long time, you get a whole bag of them. I got a whole bag of different ones here. Got some real McCoys. Got some OS in there. Got some Traxxas ones. I need to get some turbo plugs for my Habeo. My Habeo Hyper MT takes turbo plugs, and I don't have any spare turbo plugs. Okay, let's get this slapped in there. I think a Traxxas plug will work. I'm going to find out. It should work okay. Oh, I hope it starts up. I'm so excited. I remember how loud this one used to be, and it used to rip around so good. Oh. This thing would do wheelies like you wouldn't believe. Way overpowered with that big motor in there. Way overpowered. Okay. This in there. Hopefully the washer don't drop off. There we go. And we'll give it a little tighten up, little crank with the T-wrench here. Should be okay. There, that's pretty tight. Okay, let's see if we get something with a new glow plug here. Oh, this is so exciting. I hope it runs because I really want to take it out tomorrow and drive it around some. Okay. Everything's working. Let's see. Oh, it sounded like it was popping. Oh, yeah. Let me get this stuff out of the way. That way I don't get oil flying everywhere. Might have a little bit of raw fuel in it. Sometimes when you fill them up and you're messing with them, the fuel goes into the carburetor, kind of like a siphon effect. I noticed that especially on my... Geez, on the Revo and on the Savages, Savage 25, if you got the tank filled up anywhere over half and you got it just sitting, even if it's sitting level, siphoning effect, carburetor, engine block starts filling up with oil, with fuel. This thing on there straight. Oh boy, yep, it's gonna go. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Now, if it fires up, I might have to keep it running for a minute. We'll see how long it needs to run before it settles down. splatter me. Definitely got a runner. It's running. Oh man, it's been so long since I heard how loud it is. This thing sounds like a gas RC. Holy cow. I'm gonna lean it up just a hair, just a hair. Hard to see out here. It's so dark. Getting dark. Let's see here. I should bring a flashlight out here. I know it probably doesn't seem that dark on the camera, but let me grab a flashlight. It's getting dark out here. Camera makes it look lighter than it is. Okay, got a flashlight. Put it back to there. We'll try it and see how it is. Oh, let's see if it'll start up again. I'm kind of surprised it quit, but then not really, because it's been sitting for so many years. 2 decades sitting on the shelf. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get these tires, these wires here tangled up in the wheels at all. Ooh, that'd be a mess. That would be a mess. Okay. Okay, let's see if she fires back up. Hopefully it fires back up. I can turn that light off a little bit too. Yeah, brakes are working good though, at least, and they're not hanging up, so that's good. That is a bonus. Lean it out just a hair more, just a hair. This flashlight. I don't want to lean him out too much, not till I get him up to temp, but then I can see where he's really running. But lean him up just a hair. Oops, almost a half a turn. See how that is. Oh, how exciting though. Whew. This is a relief knowing he's going to run. Oh, splattering oil all over the place. Yeah, I might turn idle up a little bit on it and then let it run for a bit. I'll let it run this whole half a tank out here that's on there. Okay, let's get it fired up one more time. Keep running. Yeah, it's getting dark on me quick now. Like I said, the camera, it makes it look lighter than it is out here. check the plug again. You never know. I've had new ones not even last a couple minutes, and other ones last like a whole month. Depends. No, I don't have power on here, see? Got no power. Ain't gonna start without no power. Why am I getting no power here? Should have brought my other glasses, easier for me to see. These glasses are not my reading glasses. These are just regular glasses. Okay, got power now, see there? So that's why he wasn't starting right then, no power. We know he runs now. He won't stop running now unless he blows up. He is a 3-speed, don't forget that. 3-speed, baby. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to turn that idle up here, I think. I'm going to turn that idle up here. I'll run the rest of this gas through him. I might rev him up a little bit here and there, too. But, yeah, I'm going to turn the idle up. It's so muggy out right now, my goodness. It is humid as could be. We live in Michigan, but... boy, days like today, it's like we live in Florida. So steamy. Okay. Oh, I'm excited to take him for a drive tomorrow. I would drive him around right now a little bit on the grass, but the grass is all wet still. It didn't dry out. Look at that, he looks like a real race truck. Woohoo! So there you go, Kyosho Mad Force, the OG 2002 Roller Edition. All customized. All full of upgrades. It's getting a little dark, so I'm probably gonna let it. I'm gonna pinch off the fuel line so the carburetor don't have no gas in it, and fire them up so that I know that the carburetor ain't gonna get gunked up. And then tomorrow I'm gonna take them out for a first drive. So hope all you guys had a great weekend. I know I'm super excited over here to get this guy out again, and you guys count on me making a video for tomorrow. Yep, we'll get him out there and we'll see how fast he can go. Kyosho Mad Force. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. Hyper monster truck. And on the back too, New Era. That's a lot of the chassis, the bumpers, the aluminum, all them components. It's all New Era. That was a company back in the day. I think they're long out of business now. So, okay, you guys have a good evening, and I'll be back on tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate all you guys watching, subscribing, giving thumbs up, leaving comments. This is Jim here. Take it easy, you guys. Bye-bye.